Okay. You all know Tom and Dick Smothers. Tom and Dick are about to go on a tour of Canada starting the 10th of April in Hamilton, Ontario. Then they'll be at Roy Clark's Dinner Theater in Bromson, Missouri, the 1st and 2nd of May, and they're at Harrah's in Reno, Nevada, May 14th through the 27th. Would you welcome the Smothers Brothers?
Thank you very much. You know, with all that's going on in the news, we all remember the basic founding premise of this great country of ours. And of course, that was religious freedom. From the Pilgrims, way back, leaving England for the persecution of their religious rights. They came and landed on Plymouth Rock many years ago. And we all know this. This, of course, we all know this. Isn't that right, Tom?
Yes.
And our country has maintained. Thank you very much. Our country has maintained that freedom of religion. In fact, people from, it's still a melting pot. And that's one of the strongest assets this country has. And we'd like to sing a song for you now and dedicate it to this religious freedom. It's a song about all the churches in our hometown.
I'd like to dedicate this to Oral Robertson, and I hope that he's feeling better.
Well, wait a minute. Oral Roberts is feeling terrific.
The check bounced.
It did? That's great. Here we go.
There's a Catholic church in my little hometown with a great big bell in its tower.
And it rang.
Dong, ding, ding. There's a Protestant church in that same little town with two big bells in its steeple.
And they rang.
Dong, dong.
Why didn't they ring? Ding, ding?
No, that's fine.
It's fine?
Yeah. There's an old synagogue in that same little town with a small silver bell o'er the door.
And it rang.
Ding, ding. And every night the bells would ring. This is the way their song would sing.
Now the great big bell and the Catholic tower would, the great big bell in the Catholic tower would ring.
You said shower.
I know what I said. The great big bell.
My brother made a mistake.
I know I made a mistake. I bring it up like I know I made a mistake.
It's tower.
I know it's tower. I said shower. I know I said shower. It was a mistake. I didn't do it on purpose.
When did you first realize?
The second I said it.
I noticed it about the same time.
I know you did.
Well, be careful. Those are Catholics. The Pope's coming here.
Okay, Tom. I did not do it on... Okay. Now, the great big bell and the Catholic tower would ring.
Dong, ding, ding.
And then the two big bells and a Protestant steeple would answer.
Dong, dong.
And finally...
So you wonder why they went dong, dong?
Yeah, why did they go dong, dong?
It's a Protestant... you would have probably said Protestant cheaple. It's a steeple.
I said Protestant. I know what I said, but why did they go dong, dong?
Because
why not ding, ding?
The Catholics go dong, ding, ding, and the Protestants go dong, dong.
Well, what's the difference?
This is just two dings.
Two dings don't make a dong.
Okay, now,
okay.
No, let me run this by.
What? The great big bell in the Catholic tower would ring.
Dong, ding, ding.
Then the two big bells in the Protestant steeple would, not steeple, steeple would answer.
Dong, dong.
And then finally the small silver bell of the door, over the door of the little synagogue, it would ring.
Ding, ding.
And every night, when they'd all ring together, they would sometimes sound like this.
Dong, ding, ding, dong, dong. Ding, ding.
How are you?
Fine, Johnny. Very fine.
What do you think of a grown man with the name of Tommy with a Y? Tommy Smothers. Did you hear what he said about?
Yes, I heard that.
She got older and thought Thomas.
Yeah, I think that certain people, no matter what they do, have an identity that have the Y on the end of it. Is this a trick question?
No. Just straight out and no prizes or anything. I just thought I'll get your views on this. Yeah. You used to call Dickie, didn't they?
Yeah, Dickie.
Dick is now Dick, and I'm still Tommy.
You're still Tommy.
Still Tommy. But we're changing the act around.
I noticed you seem to be a little more less music or more or what?
Well, we had Dickie and I have talked it over. We have 3 major changes that we're doing with the Smothers Brothers, kind of bring it more bring it up to time, up to date. And we're the first one of the 3 changes we're going to drop a lot of the music.
Well, why would you do that?
Well, we're just trying to upgrade the song, drop some of the music, and music lovers will be happy.
Well,
and then we're going to do a lot less comedy.
Well, if you take the music out and then you do less comedy, isn't that going to kind of leave you a little thin?
It cuts it pretty tight.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to replace her?
Well, don't you want to ask me about the third thing?
Yeah, I was going to say. I'm interested and intrigued in what you would...
Well, we're going to drop the brother bit. We've ragged on that for a long time, and the brother bit gets old, and people start to anticipate it, and there's so many jokes you can do about brothers. Yeah. Going to drop the whole brother thing and kind of just let it...
Well, you checked it out with Mom anyway.
We talked with Mom, and...
How is Mom?
She's fine.
Good, thanks.
And hi, Mom. And she's a good lady, and I was sitting with Mom, and my 2 older brothers were over there, and we were just sitting around...
Wait a minute, Tom, we don't have any older brothers. There are no older brothers.
Just let me finish this story.
I don't remember you having any older brothers.
Well, I was talking with Mom, and our 2 older brothers were there.
We don't have any older brothers. There are no older brothers.
Just let me finish the story. Oh, what's the...
We have no older brothers, and what do they have to do with this story?
They have... That's right. The brothers have nothing to do...
Then why did you bring them up?
You never mention them.
That's because we don't have any older brothers. There are no older brothers.
Well, that's not my fault.
I don't... Then whose fault is it?
I don't know whose fault it is. Why are you bringing it up?
No, wait a minute, Tommy. People did not come here to hear us argue.
Some of them did.
Oh, okay, all right. Your hair's got to be whiter to do that. Your hair was a little whiter in makeup now. Yours
well, I had to tone down.
Did you tone it down a little?
Yeah. Is your real name, is your real last name Carson? Is it really, I mean, a true name?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people change their name.
No, John William Carson.
William?
That's it, William.
They could have called you Billy.
They could. Well, there you go.
Well, we're changing our name back to our real name.
What is your real name?
We're dropping the name.
Dropping the Smothers.
Smothers' name was just rhymed with brothers, and to keep the whole thing moving, we're going to change our name back to our real name, which our real name was Brothers, and
it was Brothers. So it'd be the Brothers.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. So we rhyme with Smothers Brothers, but we're actually cousins, and come on. The brother cousins.
Very good.
Got nowhere.
No.
The major point of this conversation, I think, is...
Can we zero in on that?
Yeah.
How do you think your fans are going to accept these rather radical changes? No, less music and then changing the name, I mean.
Well, it's going to take them a while to get used to us not being brothers, but I think that it gives us an essence, a sparkle to the act that's fresh. And become more like, without the music, comedy, and the brother part, we're more like, Gaffers and Statler or Bartles and James.
That's right. And we thank you for your support, yeah. Do you think these changes are really going to help? What if they don't help? You go back to...
We've got other things.
Well, the wine business is really exciting.
Are you still in the wine business?
Oh, absolutely, and I'm glad...
Now, this is for real now,
This
right?
for real, and, you know, we've been in the wine business 10 years here in California. You've had some of our Smothers Brothers wines. But to honor our mother, last September, we started a new generic wine program called Mom's favorite red, Mom's favorite white. It's called Smothers Brothers is the label, but the name Mom's favorite red. And right away there was a big, lot of sales in a distributor in Washington buying thousands of cases, and we thought, boy, we really hit it. Turned out this was, this is the truth, an undercover or cover group. I don't know. It was well, you know, one of those front groups for some government. It might be the CIA. I don't know who it was. But they were shipping covertly this wine, thousands of cases, to the Iranians. And I should have caught on because they don't drink. That's against their religion. And they were vast amounts. And then the Iranians, it turned out, were selling them at inflated prices to the underage Iraqi troops. And then the vast funds were being funneled into Israel. And I'm the president. I'm the president of the Smothers Brothers Wine Company, and I should have known, and I don't know when I gave permission. I'm not sure if I did.
Do you think possibly?
It's Mom, and it was for my mother's benefit, and she's got so upset. Found out the funds was going through the Cayman Islands down to the Nicaraguans and the Sandinistas and the Contras, and I can't help but think that maybe we're helping prolong that terrible strife down there. That maybe they're fighting over the distribution rights of Mom's favorite red. I don't know. But Mom, I was trying to do you a favor, and I apologize for the way those guys knocked your door down up there in Sonoma. They were CIA guys. She was frightened to death. She can't hear so well. She's getting up there in age. She wasn't trying to escape. She's in a wheelchair, for God's sakes. And they took her in a wheelchair to question her in Langley, Virginia, home of CIA. They drug her in the wheelchair. They didn't take her out of the chair. They tied her. Now, that may not be true. That part may not be true. But Oliver North's secretary, Fawn Hall, said it's true. She said it's true, but she shredded the evidence. But anyway, we're the only winery accused of trying to overthrow a foreign government. It was all for the right purposes, and I'm sorry about it. And thank you for your support.
I'm glad you brought that up. We'll be back in a moment.